Welcome to A Lunch with Biggie, a podcast about small business and creatives sharing their stories and inspiring you. My guest today has created an artistically thinking brand with a focus on creativity and imagination, striving to bring that unordinary and different to life, one plastic pizza slice at a time. Please welcome the owner of Plastic Pizza, Jordan Fuchs. Is it Jordan? How do you pronounce it, Jordan?
So the best way I tell people, and it's a great icebreaker, is it rhymes with pukes. So it's
Fuchs.
pronounced Fuchs. It is. It's
Jordan
pronounced.
Fuchs. I love it. I love it. Dude, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
We are doing amazing. We are currently in the middle of construction. We are getting our imagination laboratories underway for our first show on Pop Shop Live from our new location, which for us is a huge deal.
Awesome. That is awesome. We're going to go more into details on this. First question I always ask, what's your go-to lunch? Maybe sandwich. In your case, it may not be a sandwich, but what's your go-to lunch slash sandwich?
So you have to remember, as somebody who is addicted to pizza and loves pizza, and eats pizza constantly, I torture my wife with this because she does not have the same addiction for pizza as I do. Of course, she loves it. Um, so if I do have to have a sandwich, because I know where I am at, I am here at Deli Fresh. I tend to now have a vegetable sandwich. I don't have any meat on my sandwich,
Okay.
and I get the cherry relish spread, so the like spicy pepper spread,
Yeah,
and I'll get green pepper and oregano, lettuce, all the seasonings and salt and pepper, and that's it. It's very simple, very easy,
I
very
like it.
healthy.
I like
And
it. Now, what about if it's pizza? Because I'm okay if you eat something other than a sandwich. I'm perfectly fine with that. So, what's your go-to pizza when you go for pizza?
so you have to remember, I've gone back and forth on trying to make sure that my diet reflects my lifestyle. So I try very hard to be conscious of what I take in. So I've been dropping a lot of meats recently. So I
Okay.
don't, as much as I used to be a pepperoni and mushroom guy,
Okay.
I've not been enjoying eating the pepperoni. So either I have to be straight Macaulay Culkin style Home Alone, cheese pizza,
Yeah.
or I'll go for something a little bit healthier maybe, and we'll put mushrooms on the pizza.
Okay. Okay. Before we start talking, I'm going to ask one more pizza question.
Sure.
Um, would I'm gonna make a statement. You tell me true or false. All pizza, even bad pizza, is still good pizza.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll leave it there, and then we'll kind of go from there, because I, as much as I want to talk pizza with you, I want to talk more plastic pizza with you. Okay, so I gave everyone like kind of like a vague intro, very magical, very all of that, but I want people to tell people, when people ask you, or when you would tell people like, hey, I run Plastic Pizza, what is Plastic Pizza? Tell people, tell my listeners, tell everyone, what is Plastic Pizza?
Well, there's a few different answers depending on what the person and what the forum. One of my favorites is what I tell people when they meet me at an event. I yell at them. I say, "Greetings, Earth-dwelling inhabitant. You've been chosen by destiny to meet Plastic Pizza. Our main character is Piece the Pizza. He comes in piece and in pieces. We're totally cheesy and we accept it. Uh, our race of aliens are the cosmic cows. That's why they abduct cows. They've come to take their family back home. We live in the Milky Way galaxy by design. So, when playing in this giant toy box, which is the Plastic Pizza universe, we are able to collaborate with brands and artists and styles and cultures and explore and evolve into every different crack and crevice we're able to. We started with fashion, art, and designer toys, but we've branched off into glassware with doing an official collab with Beer Canvas, which we're hoping to do another one again this year. And it has led us in 1,000 different directions. So I tell people it's a very organic artist movement where we sort of just roll with the punches and evolve as we go.
How did you come up with this idea to start Plastic Pizza?
So I got tired of giving all my money to everybody else. So I've had so much fun being a collector, right? So there we are. We're going up and down the halls of Tampa Bay Comic Con. We're going up and down the halls of all these cool, awesome events. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm trying to know what pieces are available, what artists are there, and it had introduced me to a culture and a style of art that I just fell in love with. And when you can't beat them, you join them. So one of the greatest things in the whole world was I got my master's degree. My senior year was 2020, so it was a very tough senior year in my master's degree. My master's degree was in online education, so it looked like I was pivoting towards a perfect degree and career. However, my dream was not to be in online education. My dream was to be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And the people who inspired me were people like Kid Robot, Cause, and Johnny Cupcakes. I tell people the guy who dressed up like a leprechaun and hid in bushes waiting for people to find him, and that's how you could get his t-shirt. Well, that's the guy who inspired me.
I love it, dude. I love it. No, I think that's great. I think what I love about your brand is the fact that it's like you do, like you said, it's a little bit of everything: designer toys, apparel, art, stickers. It's very much like pizza. You're kind of melting. Your brand kind of melts and blends with all the different artists that you work with. And so it's perfect because it's like if you're a pizza lover, it's like and you love art, it's like this is like a match made in heaven. So and you do a really amazing job with like how you produce it, how you package it, like how your shirts come in pizza boxes, and the pizza boxes are not just like a generic pizza box, it's like a actually custom pizza box and everything. So I think it's absolutely amazing what you do. How do you find and decide who you're going to collaborate with?
So I'm very excited to be asked this question, and I'm very excited to answer it. Um, I went to see Johnny talk at New College, and I've gone and seen these talks where we're inspired to go and believe in ourselves and be brave. So with the birth of social media and Instagram and artists using Instagram as a platform to advertise and grow as a consumer and a lover of art and just cool stuff and geek culture, of course, I'm on these same social media platforms as them. So when we started the Plastic Pizza Project, we knew that it takes a village, and so we dreamt really, really big. And one of the things that we did was we reached out to a very broad spectrum of artists and creators and people at a very low follower rate. In the beginning, we did not have a lot of followers. We're a brand new company, we're a brand new concept. We were starting from scratch. And one of the most beautiful, amazing, awesome things that could have ever happened in a million years was the people we reached out to, a huge amount of them said yes, and they accepted their mission as if it was like Mission Impossible. And they threw their art and their weight behind us in ways I could have never imagined. And that took off immensely. So, what I did was I looked through my own personal social media and I put together a dream team of artists that I never imagined would ever say yes or would ever be a part of a project that was starting from the ground up. And really, these people that we idolize and we look at as these incredible art gods and cultural phenomenons, they're just human beings or they wear very good human suits, like you and I. I highly encourage you to reach out to anybody because the worst thing they're going to say is no or nothing.
Yeah, no, absolutely true. I think you hit a good point though. You hit a good point because you did the first part, and it's something similar that I did when I was looking to start. You went through your personal, so it wasn't like Plastic Pizza. You went, I mean, you may have gone through Plastic Pizza to reach out to some of these folks, but I know, and tell me if you kind of did something similar, like because obviously you created a relationship with some of these artists because as you're following them, you're interacting with them, you are commenting, so it's a lot easier when you come back later on and say to them, "Hey, it's Jordan. I know I've been a huge fan, and they kind of know that because they've seen it and they've seen that interaction, so they know it's genuine. So it's a lot different when you go that route and go, I'm creating I'm creating this this wonderful universe of plastic pizza, and I would love for you to be a part of it. It's a little bit different when you go that route than when you're just kind of like blind, like a blind, kind of call to it, right?
Well, the only artist or brand that we knew of beforehand was Johnny Cupcakes. I was in the shadows, so to speak, which is very funny because I've realized how many people are also in the shadows watching, and they're not commenting and they're not liking, they're watching.
So
Uh,
you were just following these artists. You didn't even actually like or do anything with them.
Because I didn't know I was starting Plastic Pizza yet. So you have to remember when I had this opportunity to be pushed into the creator spot, I knew that I wanted to make it the coolest, most awesomest thing in the world. So I have good taste, at least in my opinion. So I reach into my own portfolio of artists that I like. So they were artists that I was following personally, but they had no idea when I reached out as Plastic Pizza who I was
Oh,
personally
so you
following
didn't
them.
even pull that one because so
No.
you didn't even go the route of like, hey, like on your personal side, like, hey, this is who I am or whatever. So you just came out and approached as plastic pizza.
So, and that had many different reactions.
Yeah.
As an interdimensional corporation who travels through time and space, it can be quite intimidating. So I applaud all the artists that we worked with from day one because they were all brave and they all believed in us and they nobody held back. One of the best compliments I've ever gotten was from an artist complimenting other artists' work for us. And they said, I can tell the artists like plastic pizza. And I said, how? And he said, the level of art that they do for you, nobody holds back. Everybody gives it 100%. And he said, for somebody to believe in somebody else's project that much and them throw their weight behind you in that way, that speaks a lot of the relationship between your brand, your company, your culture, and the artist that you're working with.
That is awesome. I do find those things to be very like a great feeling because you're very similar to me. You and I are creatives. However, we may not be artistically probably say as artistically capable as some of the artists that we work with, but we do have a creative side and we can see these things. So it's amazing when you have someone be able to notice those things and be able to see it. The other thing that I love is the fact that kind of similar to how I try to do and be is that you basically kind of show as like, even though you're plastic pizza, it's a lot of it is a collaboration. So therefore it's like, we want to show love to the artist. We want to be able to showcase the artist because it is kind of like a melted blend of cheeses, creating the plastic, your plastic pizza, images and designs.
Yes, it's that is an amazing way of putting it. We want to build everybody up. It bodes well for all of us to help each other. It's a community of artists. We all know each other. We all see each other at different events. We aren't competing with each other. We're building a community of people who are like-minded and creative. And I believe the more that we reach out olive branches to each other, the better it's going to be for all of us. There is a vendor and an artist that does pizza themed t-shirts on tie-dye t-shirts, and my wife absolutely loves them. I think they're called Ghost Boy or Ghost something. Oh, I feel so bad. They're amazing. Shout out to them. One of his dreams, though, was to have a shirt in a pizza box. He has a pizza themed t-shirt. I have a pizza themed t-shirt. I told him, and just like I tell everybody, I tell all my vendors. So my pizza boxes are printed at Pratt Box. It's an amazing company, and I was able to build that into my price. The people who print our stickers are the same people who print the stickers for the cupcake dealers because it is a cupcake dealer. It's Save the Pandas, who is the Rick in the Save the Pandas family, who is the sticker wizard. If you're getting stickers printed, please get them printed from the Sticker Wizards. The quality is
Is
outstanding.
that the name of the brand, Sticker Wizards?
The Sticker Wizards. So there's
The
two
Sticker
Sticker Wizards
Wizards.
companies. So make sure
Uh,
it's the Sticker Wizards, and their logo is a skull wearing a wizard hat. And The quality of our stickers, I have people now, I have different artists and vendors reaching out to me saying, "Hey, could you tell me who printed your sticker? Because that sticker's still on my car a year later and it still looks as good." I said, "Of course I'll tell you who." I love helping people because
Yeah.
the only reason I'm here is because someone helped me. I can't even draw a stick figure, and here we are a year and a
Yeah.
half later.
How do you decide when you let's say, so obviously I know there's like there's a conversation, so it's like a two-way street. I'm pretty sure you have artists that come to you, you have artists that you approach. When you are having that dialogue, how do you guys decide on, hey, it's going to be a vinyl, or hey, it's going to be a shirt, or is it somehow some of these guys are more vinyl people, like more toy designers, and you're like, we're going to do this. How does that all come about, and how, when you're kind of coming up with kind of a collaboration together?
Well, we always have projects and ideas and visions that we're currently working on, and we're thinking not only weeks or months, but years out. So when I'm thinking that grand and that big and that far out, I have to think about how that style, that artist, or that facet of the community is best going to grow in our universe. So it really is based on the style of the artist, the reception of the artist's work amongst the plastic pizza community. A bunch of our artists, they've thrived and they've sold out, and we just continue to give them projects because they just grown, and it's one of the things that I absolutely love is to watch the artist evolve and grow and to be a part of that process. I've always been a spectator at this. I've never been a participant, and to be such a big participant so quickly has been just amazing.
That's awesome, man. I absolutely love it. Speaking of collabs, I know one of the ones that you've done, and obviously someone that's also inspired me, Johnny Cupcakes. You've had the opportunity to do about two shirts, I think, with them. How did that come about?
So, what is amazing about the Johnny Cupcakes brand is that they have been a platform for 1,000 different collaborations. And as somebody who's gone to his talks and been a fan for over a decade and a half, my very first t-shirt was the Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes collaboration. So that
Oh,
yellow Bugs
nice. Yeah,
Bunny
yeah.
t-shirt, that was my very first shirt. That was the very first Johnny Cupcakes t-shirt I could ever buy. And I remember seeing the t-shirt on a band member of A Day to Remember. I think it's the music video is A Plot to Bomb the Panhandle. Uh, and that was where I used to find some of the coolest clothing was you would see what the people on stage or in the music videos would be wearing, and you would be turned on to such cool clothing brands. Picnic was a clothing brand
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember learning about
yeah.
from watching hardcore bands performing. So I've just as somebody who was a huge fan, when I started this process, I reached out and in a very organic way applied for the collaboration. And I was stunned and extremely grateful to be received so well and to be given the opportunity to collab with a legend, and not only just a legend, an innovator, and somebody who really I would not be here. I don't believe would have been inspired in the way I am without him. So I'm very grateful for him.
No, I think that's amazing, and you guys really have it's really a great some great designs and great collaborations. So I know you sell, obviously you sell online, you sell at conferences, conventions, Pop Shop Live. Can you kind of share a little bit of how that creative aspect of like how you kind of come up with these things, and be able, and like I know you've created like quite a bit of a buzz, when you do Pop Shop, it's like very popular, and what you've kind of created, as well as also like even when you do like the limited releases and conferences and conventions and even pizza places. Can you tell people a little bit about some of that, like maybe to kind of help inspire them of like how they're maybe not thinking for when like their own brand and how they can maybe turn it up, maybe like think a little bit outside the pizza box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't worry, I got you puns, but I got you puns. Outside the pizza box, like for maybe to help them out of maybe what they're not thinking about.
Yes, that you read my mind. The first thing, and it sounds so cliche, is to think outside the pizza box and to do as much with as little as possible. So, when starting, you don't have a lot. So, maximizing your resources. I we have access to so much technology that we never did. And utilizing that technology in a professional business minded way when adding that to a creative project can really be the perfect kindling. So for me, I knew that you can be an amazing artist. Talent is not the issue. If talent was the issue, there would be a lot of millionaire and billionaire artists. The issue tends to be an audience and customers and money. So if I was going to prosper, I needed to find a way to be in front of as many people as possible. Um, I was never a brave single guy. I never was able to be very brave and walk up to every girl at the party and say, "Hey, you want a date?" and eventually one say yes. But I learned after hearing that 1,000 times of that's Jordan, that's how you should have, not been single for so long was, well, how about we use that same concept in a business sense? So the amount of people who are going to say yes to my product, well, the larger amount of people who are exposed to my project, the larger amount of people are going to say yes. So growing a social media following was important. So before I made a product, before I spent any money on production, a huge amount of my money went into producing art and advertising that art and building the brand and the mythos and the universe, which would then be the playground which we could then build from and create product. That was very, very important. The technology and utilizing that technology. The other part was making it entertaining. So you there's 1,000 people who are all trying to sell you 1,000 different things. But if you can find a way to be in front of them in a unique way that is also entertaining, they're way more likely to pay attention to what you're selling. So we come on a Friday night, fun, happy hip hop music, 90s music, handing out candy and Mountain Dew, and we make it an experience. We try to make it a show, and we do not put any emphasis on profit. I don't put any pressure on my customers to make a purchase during that show. If my show on camera is fully about entertaining those customers, educating those customers, and creating an experience with them, the process that comes financially becomes way more organic. Those people don't feel guilted into buying some sort of snake oil elixir. They're buying the product either A, because they like it or they think it's cool, or B, because they like us. And I'll take both of those things.
Heck yeah, man. I love it. That's so great to say. Um, give me give me your favorite parts about running Plastic Pizza, and give me not your least favorite, but maybe what are the hardest parts about running Plastic Pizza.
So the best part is the creation. So for me, I love this idea of being able to create a universe and a concept. My bachelor's is in English literature. So as a writer, it's amazing to be able to write something and not be standing at a comic book convention pitching my comic book, trying to get people to read my book. As much as that was one timeline that I possibly could be in right now, this very much could be a graphic novel. For me, though, I knew that I needed to make it dynamic and fun and interactive. So the best part is finding ways to create an experience and make it something that's interactive and truly Disney-esque, where you're creating memories. Every time we do a pop shop show, we're creating memories that last with customers. I hope the lifetime. I know we've gone down the hallways of hotels live on Pop Shop Live with hip hop music and lights, and I've had security called on me, and I've had people come out their door and ask, "What the hell am I doing?" And there I've got artists behind me laughing, and we're dancing, we're running to the room, and I'm very much inspired by that Jackass and Tom Green era of filming and fun. Plastic Pizza is a remix of everything that I ever loved and thought was cool. When it comes to what is the most difficult part of running Plastic Pizza, I would say finding the amount of hours in a day that is needed to pull off the level that this project deserves. So, my wife and I tirelessly and endlessly put all of our love and effort into this project because for us, this project I believe will not only save our family, but I also believe it could possibly be something that can save a lot of people's families and provide a lot of different opportunities for a lot of different artists and entrepreneurs and just people, the community of customers that we've grown in just the year and a half, and the interactions between the customers and artists, and the interlinking web of love and awesomeness that just links all these different people. That web has created sort of an arc that I hope can keep growing and hopefully sustain careers and growth. And that's the dream.
I love it, man. I love it. It's funny because we've been following each other for some time. I finally got to meet you in December when we both sold at Atomic, and it was great to finally get to kind of see the person behind the pizza. And so it was definitely great. I absolutely loved it. Just getting to meet you and Sarah, and I think you guys, I really do love what you guys are accomplishing and doing. I think it's so great because I feel like it's your brand, but at the same time, it's like almost like everyone else's brand. It's like kind of like you're like they're all. It's like how what do you think about when you think pizza and like and like pizza is kind of like the I don't know, like you said, pizza. The piece of pizza is literally the what it is. It's like kind of like creating it and like you're sharing a slice, but it's like really a mixture of like you and the other artists. So I think it's really amazing what you've kind of been able to do and how you've been able to create and grow so quickly. What do you think has been your recipe for success?
Collaboration. Straight up, the eating pizza is a communal thing. I very much will eat pizza by myself, but I'll tell you, I like to eat pizza way more when I'm sharing it with other people. Plastic pizza is the same thing. This is a communal process. It's very rewarding and exciting to see something that we're working on go well. I can't tell you how rewarding and exciting it is to see how well it goes for all the people working with us. An example would be DesignerCon. When we were at DesignerCon 2022, we were there with our Johnny Cupcakes t-shirt, which sold out. We were there with multiple independent toy drops. They all sold out. It was insane. We had three booths. We had two corner booths and an inline booth. We invited all our friends and family to all participate. One artist tore his whole booth apart. I mean, he paid for a booth to be at DesignerCon. He tore it apart and he brought it to the Plastic Pizza mega booth. Um, so this idea of being able to work with others and create a shared vision of something beautiful is something that was one of the most great organic discoveries we made. I very much had a vision and a direction where I wanted to take it. And if you asked me to show you behind the scenes, I could tell you where I see us in 1, 5, 10, and 50 years. However, I'm smart enough and flexible enough to know that all those things will change, and there'll be so many different opportunities and artists and uh, uh, mistakes that will change that timeline and probably for the good. Sometimes some of the biggest mistakes lead to some of the best discoveries.
I love it, dude. I love it. What advice would you give someone wanting to start something?
Be brave. I think that was one of the ones that Sarah gave me. Thank God for my beautiful, amazing wife, because one of the things that she inspired out of me was to be brave. Never in a million years would I be reaching out to international artists and legendary brands without her inspiration. So I would pass on that same inspiration to all of your listeners that be brave, believe in yourself, and that whatever you do, as long as you follow your heart, that's all that matters.
I think that's awesome, dude. I think that's awesome. How can people follow you? Pay attention if they're it's a Friday night and they want to watch you on Pop Shop. Like, give the details. How can people do it? And obviously, I'll put it in the show notes, but in all the social aspects of it. But how can people follow you and find out what the heck plastic pizza is? And well, actually, before you go there, Cosmic Cows. Is Cosmic Cows another person? A Cosmic Cows just the how it works? How like I know the Cosmic Cows are the ones that took the are taking it because they're the ones producing the cheese to make the pizza. But tell me exactly. I just need like kind of like because that was one of the things I kept reading everywhere. By the way, very interesting to try to find research you, even though I know you. To try to find research to see if there's anything I'm missing, and all I ever kept seeing was Piece the Pizza and the Cosmic Cows. That's all I kept seeing. That and the other thing that I thought was interesting when I put plastic pizza was what is the middle part of the pizza, the little plastic thing that goes in the middle of a pizza box, which
Yes.
is hilarious. And by the way, I think you should sell something like that. I think
Yes.
you guys should create one of those with your logo on the middle of it, and it should be something that, for the hell of it, you're throwing in on stuff.
So I have to tell you, I already have the design in mind because it
Hell's
comes.
yeah! That's because that's how you think. I love it.
Yes, because it comes from beautiful memories of my childhood. So those little plastic, they're tables. So when I was a kid, I at my great grandmother's house, I had my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and my cousins would have their Barbie dolls, and they would sit at this table,
Pizza
and
party.
it was a pizza party between the Barbies and the Turtles, and it would always happen at the pizza table. So I'm very well aware that we need to come to
Absolutely love it.
this pizza table. What was your other question? I think,
Sorry,
oh,
Cosmic Cows.
the cosmic cows. So, Piece the Pizza is not alone in this universe. Just like you and I, we are not alone. There are many things lurking in the shadows and out there in the depths of space and time. So here in the Plastic Pizza universe, our alien race of interstellar heifers are referred to as the cosmic cows. So the cosmic cows are an ancient interstellar race of cows and bovine that are here on a mission of peace and research, and one of their counterpart partners in crime would be Piece the Pizza. One of the things that I learned from brands that inspired me, as well as writers and artists who inspired me, was I wanted to find places where they may have missed an opportunity. And I believe a lot of brands that I loved and followed missed an opportunity to tell a story. And there is a huge opportunity to build a universe and tell a story, which I very much believe in grows the brand in a way that makes it more long lasting and sustainable because people are more invested into your universe and your characters because they're friends with them. They know who the neighbors are, just like Bilbo's family. We know six generations of of his neighbors because Tolkien made sure that we did, and I believe there was a reason for that. And so I really love that.
I think that's amazing. I think that's you definitely I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate anyone who creates a universe of their own. Just kind of like I have my sandwich universe. I appreciate that wholeheartedly what you do. Now I know I had originally asked gave you the second to the plug and I still want it. So how can people follow you? How can people do some shopping? How can they see Pop Shop Live? Give me all the details so that I can that I can share with them and that they can kind of start following and start listening to.
Well, we have an amazing website. The website is theplasticpizza.com. However, my customers are very aggressive, and most of my products sell out before they ever make it to my website, which is a beautiful problem to have. So, if you are a new customer and you want to get into the party and try to get a cool piece of plastic pizza merch, two of the best places in the universe to find me. The first is Pop Shop Live. So, Pop Shop Live is an app on your phone or computer that you download. You can use the referral code PizzaP, and we go live. And when we live stream, we are able to not only live stream and have interaction with our customers, they're visually able to see us and they're audibly able to hear us. We're able through a text chat to interact with them and see their live feedback. So to be live streaming and have live interactions with customers is amazing. And that's where we do a lot of our exclusive drops. Another app that we use is Ntwrk. Ntwrk is huge. We do our exclusive drops through Ntwrk that we are very excited about. Our next Ntwrk drop will be pizza for breakfast.
Oh
So
yes, pretty
I'm
amazing.
announcing it here. The return of pizza for breakfast. Pizza for breakfast strikes back this year on Ntwrk. So other than live streaming, shopping platforms, in-person events, which you can find on my Instagram, we list in our bio our upcoming live events, which include not only Comic Cons and art events, but we do our own pop-up art experiences through restaurants. As somebody who works with food, and I highly recommend you take note of this, I reached out to restaurants who fell in line with my theme, which was pizza, and I asked about would we be able to partner with them for events or for products, and it has been amazing. So keep an eye out at your local pizzeria because you never know where plastic pizza may pop up next.
That is fantastic, dude. Seriously fantastic. I absolutely love it. I was very excited to have you on, and that this is one of the reasons why I think you provide quite a bit of knowledge and information. As someone who's created a brand about based on food, I think you've taken it to like a totally different place, and I think that's one of the things I value and I appreciate because like in my brand, it's like obviously I'm all about showing love to different sandwiches and things like that. I think what I love is about your about so much about your brand is the fact that you've one have created that story, but two the fact that I'll keep going back to it, that collaboration aspect of how all these different artists and all these different things, because I like I'll go through your feed and I'll see things and I'll be like, where the heck did they come up with this as a pizza themed? Like it's just so out there, and I think that's what I think I love about it is because a lot of times when it's not just you and there's other people, you have other so many other perspectives and angles and areas that people will come from and be like, oh, what about this? And you're like, hell's yeah, let's do it. Like the fact that you have it's like a spaceman swimming in a bowl of cereal with like pizza slices. I mean, it's great, man. It's absolutely great. And I just wanted to just say thank you very much for being on, and I really, and at the same time, like I just keep on wishing you crazy, a lot of success. I think you're an example of what I talk about when I tell people and why I love having, just different type of brands on, because I want to be able to show people that like there is a niche. You can think of anything that you want. There is a niche for everyone and there is something for everyone. You just have to one, be passionate about it, have to have a love about it, and have to want to create something. So I definitely appreciate what you've been creating and what you're doing.
Thank you. And one thing to jump on, a word you mentioned that's very important was passion. I think because I'm excited about what I'm doing and I love what I'm doing and I love the art that we're working with and the artists we're working with, it reads and that happiness and that love is universal and it's part of what propels our mission and part of what speaks universally to the people that we meet.
Fantastic, man. Well, Jordan, that is our show for today. Thank you so much to Jordan Fuchs for being on of Plastic Pizza, of the Plastic Pizza, just so you know, theplasticpizza.com. Definitely thank you so much for having lunch with me, having a little slice of Zoff with me. Definitely make sure to check them out online. If you enjoyed the show, definitely make sure to subscribe, make sure to share this episode. If there's anything that you got, if you're a Plastic Pizza lover, I'd love to see some pictures of you and your Plastic Pizza, for sure. If you're by all means, if you want to support me, check out my brand, Deli Fresh Threads, and do some shopping and tell your friends there. Thank you. Until next time, keep eating sandwiches or pizza and follow your passion. Thanks, guys.